McIlroy has a one-shot lead at 9 under par through 2 rounds, one better than Jim Furyk and Jason Day. Phil Mickelson is 3 back. Tiger Woods finished 6 over par for his 2 rounds, capping off the worst year of his storied PGA Tour career, missing the 4th major of his career with a cut. Last time Tiger Woods won a major was before the lines, when 0-16 in 2008. From the 1-800-CALL SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
Is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed, alongside of me, the co-host, Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi. Good morning, gentlemen.
One good shot. He was okay.
Yeah.
In that par 3.
Tiger Schmeiger. How about the Tigers last night? I have goosebumps still. That was Dan Dickerson with the call. He is absolutely amazing.
Oh, Dan Dickerson, our guy.
Yeah,
Dan Dickerson.
He is awesome. I love that call. I heard it live. Of course, I had Mario and those guys on TV. What a great win for the Tigers. Hopefully, they can continue to keep this going in the right direction as KC is chasing us. We're going to talk mortgages and real estate, by the way.
We got to talk a little bit about sports, don't we?
Just a little bit, since we're on a sports station.
When the Tigers were on national TV, when they were on ESPN,
yes,
unwatchable with the commentators. It's absolutely unwatchable.
Yeah, because we're biased. We're so Detroit biased, so we have to listen to that. But you have to understand something about the Tigers. If people haven't figured it out, okay, this is a roller coaster team. They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. You don't win games scoring 0, 1, or 2 runs. It doesn't happen, okay?
Right.
Just check it out statistically, all you seam heads out there. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Definitely a lot going on there with sports. And, again, the Tigers have an afternoon game today with Scherzer on the mound. And we've got mortgages and real estate to talk about. Again, it's already August 9, 2014, and a gorgeous day out here in Southeast Michigan. A lot to talk about. When it's a gorgeous day out there, you might be out there trying to find that house, trying to get your family into a new house before the school season starts.
So we had that great week to start off August. You know, sometimes the month turns to the first of a month, August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and you're kind of slow. We haven't been slow at all. Home purchases right now are extremely brisk. We talk about it. You know, we talk about getting to that date where purchasers, the market starts to slow down. We don't want that to happen. We know it's going to happen. When is that day going to come? It's not here yet. Home purchases are going really strong.
Go ahead.
I was
just saying, part of the issue I think now is there's so many people that have, and I'm doing air quotes, that have listed their house right now just because they think their neighbors sold their house for X. And there's so many people out there that say, if Harvey can get this and Harry can get this, well, then Alex can get this too, and we should list it also. So you're seeing a huge influx of listings, which is good. I think there's more on the market. It allows people to choose some more things. But you're just throwing stuff out there at an overvalued price and jamming up the market.
Well, you know how we talk about the hot areas in town.
Yeah,
we talk
absolutely.
about Macomb County is really hot. We talk to all the realtors out there. We do a lot of purchases in Macomb County. We talk about the Woodward Corridor, Ferndale all the way up through Bloomfield Hills, and through Royal Oak, Berkeley, Birmingham, and all that. And then we talk about, Western Wayne County, parts of Wayne County are hot. We talk about Livingston County. All these places are hot, 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 hot. And, we deal with a lot of realtors. And I'm not allowed to say we have a new realtor listening to the show right now, but I'm not going to say her name. But we talk about that Woodward Corridor. And I said to her this morning, I said, listen, is it still hot out there? I mean, what's going on in your sense of the market? Because we have a pretty good, finger on the pulse of the market. But, this realtor has been in the business a long time. She's a great realtor. And she's telling me, look, at anything that she puts on the market for a reasonable price, and Alex, to what you're saying, it doesn't, when you say reasonable price, it could be higher.
Sure.
Okay? If the house is clean, if the house is updated a little bit, and it's clean and there's not stuff all over it, okay, that it's going to sell. She's selling a lot of houses.
There's going to be a lot of offers, too.
And there's going to be multiple offers, but people have to clean up their house. Sometimes they have to knock down a wall. They have to make it more attractive. It's going to sell. So how like last week, the week before, I'm saying, okay, when's that day going to come? I've talked to 6 realtors already in the last 2 days just about preparing for this show. It's not slowing down.
Maybe in January.
It's not slowing down.
I guess my biggest fear is I'm almost seeing, I hate to use the word bubble, but I'm almost seeing like that pressure's going, man. I mean, you're not going to get $250 a square foot, and that's what you're seeing in some areas right now.
Yeah.
248-539-9797. Want to take your calls all morning long here. this show's about mortgages and real estate. If you want to throw in some sports, that's okay too. Again, 248-539-9797. Capital Mortgage, we're open all day long today. Again, you might need that approval letter in hand. We can arrange that for you. Give Capital a call at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. I'm glad we're talking about improving financial outlooks. Definitely could help the housing market right here in our own backyard. It looks like you said, guys, the gap between Americans who think it's a good time to buy a house and the ones that think it's a good time to sell, it's starting to come together. More supply. It's all about supply and demand. I do see more and more listings, and it's strange. Actually, on the way here, I saw quite a few on the main roads. And again, those houses, hey, those are great houses also. Again, if it works for you, find out, put your list together, sit down with professional people. What a big difference between working with professional real estate agents and the ones that just aren't. And again, if you need professional help, we can give you some great names and numbers. You can interview people, whether you're selling your house or looking to purchase a house. There's so much to know about real estate. You got to have more professional people in your corner.
Yeah, when a realtor tells you to clean up your house, don't argue with them. Just go ahead and clean up the house.
Why do you hire them then?
Yeah, right.
Listen by yourself then.
Right. If you don't want objective advice, and it's kind of like what with us. When we tell you to get a document because we need it to get your loan, just send us the document. Don't say, why do you need it? And it's amazing to me. And it's a little bit frustrating sometimes when, you're trying, we already have the loan approved. Just get me the supplemental documentation.
My favorite news recently has been with all the homeowners that have bought in the last 4 years, the percentage of them that say their house has increased in value is tremendous. Again, some great opportunities, families that bought when the market was distressed. I mean, it's just like anything. You buy low, you sell high. People that bought in the last 4 years have great opportunities. They have built-in equity. They're now coming back to us and refinancing their homes. We got to share a lot of that with you.
And people have to be cautious. The only true way you're going to get a value of your house, is if you get a property appraisal. If you spend the $400, $450, whatever it is, to go ahead and get a number, that's what the market value is. Now, again, that doesn't mean that you're going to sell your house for that. You could sell for more. It could sell for less. The however is that if you go on the websites, Trulia or Zillow
or something.
I've been, obviously that's what we do during the day. I peruse those websites to make sure the values are intact. I'm seeing a little bit of an inflated value, gentlemen, an inflated value situation on a couple of those websites.
I was going to say, I thought Zillow has been low lately.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, at least where I do, where I do the majority of my business.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful what you're doing. And I think one of the really cool things that I've noticed the last couple of years is the building. Remember, there was that 3-year period where you didn't see a new construction house going up. You didn't see anybody, finishing their deck or doing a roof or put on an addition. And I think it's so cool that people have the confidence
to Alex,
add on
to
the
your
house.
point, when you see overinflated values, you talk about that all the time. You're seeing that bubble. Sure. I think what happens is these websites take the information about the neighborhood or the surrounding area of the properties that are selling, and they automatically go ahead and overinflate the other properties on that website.
Let's be honest about those sites. I'm not knocking them, but it's a lead generation site. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
You type your address and oh my goodness, 123 Oak Street is worth $950.
So
it's not. Click on this realtor if you want them to call you.
Right. So my point is that somebody will go on the website and we'll get the house appraisal and say, oh, but Zillow said my house was worth $450,000. House comes in at $375,000.
And it means nothing.
Well, guess what? It means it's just a starting point. It's an informational resource. That's a starting point.
It's a tool. It's an indicator. Some other indicators that basically say our region is doing quite well lately. Positive outlook in our area. It seems like the employment figures here locally, again, are moving in the right direction. People are getting back to work. Wages are starting to pick up a little bit. There's been steady growth. We like steady growth. And we see things definitely improving here in Southeast Michigan. Again, 248-539-9797 if you're interested in getting a mortgage, want to find out what you can do to get back in the game. We've had a tremendous amount of families that have been calling us about getting rid of that land contract, paying off that land contract. They had their own troubles back in 2007 or before then, foreclosure, bankruptcy, job loss. Families are back moving in the right direction. So many of them, Harry, as you know, and Alex, entered into these land contracts, and they were great opportunities to get back in the housing market, and they bought low. So now they have this great opportunity to come back and refinance their house, pull some equity out in some cases, and more importantly, the important part is just pay off that maybe high land contract. I saw a couple of them at 6% and 8%, and of course, mortgage rates are a bit lower than that.
Wrapping up the Zillow thing, my address, I'd say it's within 15-20 grand. What it
That's not bad. I had one come in at Ferndale.
Yeah, it's fairly accurate. But you mentioned the land contract. A lot of people got into land contracts when they well, they lost their house, they had to short sell for whatever reason, and they're able to pay them back off now. In a recorded land contract, it's a very simple transaction, just like a refinance.
Well, and at the time, it's seller financing. The seller did them a favor. They couldn't go to a bank, a mortgage lender. They could not get a loan on their own, so they went to the seller and they said, hey, listen, will you carry back this mortgage, or carry back the financing for me? You enter into a land contract for a certain period of time. It serves its purpose. It fills that need, and then you have to get off that merry-go-round and get conventional financing.
And more often than not, the rates on those are 7.5%, 8%, and a refinance is going to save you money.
That'll save you a ton of money. Different dynamics, again, in the world of mortgage rates. As always, during normal times, mortgage rates generally take over through economic data. That's really what drives that marketplace. But lately, we've seen other items, such as geopolitical and turmoil, weakening Europe, dollar, and their economies over there. Mortgage rates, however, stayed strong. I mean, it's been great. The market turned after Russia announced it was wrapping up temporary military operations in the Ukraine yesterday. Mortgage rates still, folks, I mean, if you're asking me the question, they're at 40 or 50-year lows. It's just about the only thing you don't have to worry about when you're obtaining a loan. Rates are fantastic. Values are going up, and we've got tons to share with you. We're up against a break, but when we come back, 248-539-9797, all your calls.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services and MLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
The 57 Chevy, the 64 Mustang, the 69 Charger, classic American cars. But what about the classic American card? The Marathon Visa Credit Card. For a limited time, new card holders can earn double discount and save up to 50 cents per gallon. Apply and put your card in drive today. Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Subject to credit approval, the Marathon Visa Credit Card Rebate Program is provided by Marathon Petroleum Company, LP, which is solely responsible for the program's operation. Marathon may change the terms of the program at any time.
If you like metal, then you're not going to want to miss Heavy Metal Days at Biker Bob's Harley-Davidson for 3 days only. Customers will go behind the Biker Bob's Harley-Davidson steel curtain and discover a treasure trove of bikes, parts, and more in its 25,000 square foot warehouse. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, August 8th, 9th, and 10th. Biker Bob's Harley-Davidson is offering a great selection on remaining 2014s. Used bikes, we're marking them down to cost. Want to trade up or trade out? We'll give you full book retail value on any make or model motorcycle when you purchase a new in-stock Harley-Davidson. Low on cash, house zero down, 2.99% up to 72 months out. And that's not all. Check out our aftermarket parts clearance sale with up to 50% off. Oh, did we mention our end-of-season sale on official licensed apparel with items priced at 75% off their original sale price? And don't forget Saturday's 10th annual Wounded America, an escorted ride to Michigan International Speedway. Take free laps for $10. Food, music, and more. All bikes welcome. Get to BikerBobsHD.com for more info. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
Everyone knows the best tasting blueberries come from right here in Michigan. And that's why Walmart works with local farmers, like the DeGranchamp family in South Haven. They've been growing blueberries since 1958, and their blueberries are always picked at the peak of freshness. They are so fresh that Walmart offers a 100% money-back guarantee on blueberries and all our produce. Which means if you don't love it, you can bring your receipt back for a full refund. So try our fresh Michigan blueberries. 11 ounces for just 98 cents. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
When it comes to tackling, the Detroit Lions defense takes their job very seriously. And when it comes to tackling cancer, well, the Josephine Ford Cancer Institute and the Detroit Lions take this mission very, very seriously. Like I said, the Josephine Ford Cancer Institute and your Detroit Lions take tackling cancer very, very seriously. And they need you to get in the game.
Phase 3 cancer, phase 4, best be phase 2.
Go online now to GameOnCancer.com. 14,000 people are treated at Henry Ford each year. So hit cancer hard at GameOnCancer.com. The Josephine Ford Cancer Institute, the Detroit Lions, and you tackling cancer together.
I like my breakfast like I like my rock. soft. So I eat Belvita Soft Baked Breakfast Biscuits, a tasty breakfast option for nutritious morning energy. It's just what I want before writing a flute solo that will softly rock every dentist's office around. Try Belvita Soft Baked in oats and chocolate, cinnamon, mixed berry, and banana bread. Belvita, morning win.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Be sure to jump on the shuttle for all Detroit football games beginning September 8th and get bottles of Bud, Bud Light, and Bud Select just $2.50 during Detroit football games. 24 Seconds in Berkeley, 24secondsbar.com.
The station with the most important guest is you.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast again until 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. I know we've got a full staff all weekend long to make sure you get that approval letter in hand and discuss that refinance. Again, many families now getting back into the marketplace, considering doing some home improvements. Actually, a recent survey showed that 67% of homeowners may be making some home improvements, according to Realtor.com. Consumers responded that renovations will be roughly about $10,000. And, hey, what's great is there's more equity,
I just said that.
more disposable income, more confidence. You know, people feel like they can do the right thing. And some of those projects that were put off over the last 4 or 6 years, definitely people are getting them done now. All right, let's start some calls now. 248-539-9797. Matt out in Roseville. Good morning, Matt. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning. I appreciate you taking my call.
No worries. Good morning, sir.
I just had a question. I've done all kinds of research. I tried to take advantage of the HARP program, then the HARP 2.0. My wife and I just wanted to take advantage of the all-time historic lows. We're at like 8% because we refinanced about 10 years ago, and we did a equity builder program. And I want to take advantage, but we've called every mortgage company, and they've said that we're not within $20,000 of our home's value.
Okay, so, hang on, time out. What's the current balance on the mortgage, Matt?
It is about $92,000.
And how much do you owe on it?
I'm sorry?
How much do you owe on the house?
I owe about $92,000.
92. And what's it worth? Sorry.
They're saying that the market values in the area are like $80,000.
And you bought it 8 years ago?
No. That's when we had refinanced the last time.
When did you buy the house? How long ago?
Oh, about 15 years.
And what was the purchase price on the house when you bought it?
$117,000,
and it's worth $80 now.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
15 years ago.
Houses.
That doesn't. The math on that seems off, and the loan's not backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac.
That's why I didn't qualify for the HARP.
Have you had the house appraised? Did somebody actually come out and appraise the property for you, or tell me exactly what you tried to get in a mortgage?
No, I haven't recently because my pool is broken, and that's what I've been trying to lower. That way I could take advantage, like you're saying, about these home improvement projects.
Right.
So I had somebody come look at it because it's kind of an eyesore in my backyard.
I may be thinking an FHA 203K refinance, where I don't know if you can do that to fix a pool, but it's like a rehab loan. You've got some options where you can we can appraise it as a subject to value, the improvements you want to do. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of action going on there. Let me call after the show and see what I can do for you. But, I mean, if I can't help you, I'll put you in the right direction.
I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Thanks for calling, Matt. Alex, I'm going to pat you in the back on that one. That was really creative thinking on the quick. Because, yeah, that might free up a little bit of money. More importantly, it gives them that opportunity. Otherwise, you must call your current servicer and ask if you can get some relief that way. Again, if your loan's not backed by
I guess
HARP.
when he said that he did the equity builder 8 years ago, it doesn't sound like they're building.
Yeah, you don't know about that program.
I don't know how that's working.
Another bad name for a program out there. 248-539-9797. Always talking about mortgages and real estate, personal financing, using your 401ks to purchase a house. That's right, folks. Prices are still considered to be down. And if you haven't bought a house and you had trouble saving some money, yeah, you can use your 401k. Now, we don't like when we hear people pulling out all their money out of their 401k and taking a hardship because that's going to be taxed and severely taxed. So you want to consult financial advisors and CPA. But, Harry, as you know, our clients are doing these loans through their 401k, and that's what you can do. You can borrow money and pay yourself back.
See, that's exactly what you're doing. You're borrowing money from the best source, okay? Yourself. And you're paying yourself back with interest. Now, the trick is when you get a 401k loan, you have to provide the documentation, you have to provide the terms of the loan and the repayback, and we need to see every bit of information on that 401k loan. But there's no better place to borrow than from yourself and paying yourself back.
It's been an old tactic that's been available, but more and more families are using it. Again, just if you told someone, a financial planner, generally, Alex, and we get plenty of them on the show. Of course, Rick Bone's been a guest on the show so many times, and all the great financial advisors. Of course, we would frown upon that, pulling your life savings, your retirement to purchase a house, but not if you're paying yourself back.
Well, on a 401k, you can only borrow a certain amount, okay? Borrow up to half of that's in there. You're paying yourself
they're
back.
All different now, man.
And, I think they're pretty standard. I mean, there are rules that you have to go by. Again, I'm not a CPA and I don't play one on the radio. The however is that you're borrowing from the best source. If you built up your 401k and you could pay it back, and you're paying it back with interest, you're paying it back to yourself. Okay? But you have to give it some time to go ahead and get the 401k loan started. And that's an acceptable way of paying for a house, paying for a
purchasing a house and getting a roof over your head, putting your children in the schools you want to be at, turning your, your life. If you're currently renting, you're not taking advantage of anything. You can't write off the interest on that, the taxes. You don't have no chance of building any equity. Meanwhile, you got this money sitting there. It could be $20,000 or $30,000. It doesn't take a whole lot of money to purchase a house. Find out how you could be a homeowner by calling us here on the show, 248-539-9797. Of course, along those lines, there's no doubt that the financial advisors always tell us that families across the United States, we're just not saving enough for retirement. So again, keep that in mind, that a good retirement strategy, along with having great financial advisors along the way, get you where you need to be.
Well, your financial advisor will tell you, and again, I'm not a registered financial advisor, and I don't play on the radio, but if you're not taking advantage of your company's 401k and they're matching a little bit, whether they're matching a little bit or a lot, you should still take advantage of participating in your company's 401k.
But remember, it comes out pre-tax. So whatever tax bracket you're in, that's the return you're seeing on your money. I don't care if you're in the lowest tax bracket out there, and I have no idea what it is. Maybe we'll call it 12%. If you can see a 12% return on your money, I mean, you're wasting money by not taking advantage of 401k. It's absurd.
Definitely. A lot of things you can do. And again, we see so many families doing this. Find out how to do it the right way. It's all about documentation, making sure you do things the right way. Refinancing your house, why many reasons. Many of these HELOCs are starting to come up. We talk about it so often. Who's out there right now who needs to refinance a house? There are a large amount. There's recent polls done by Fannie and Freddie, and they said that there's a whole mess of them, HELOCs, about ready to expire.
So I get a call from Yahoo.com the other day, right? The financial writer for one of the writers for Yahoo.com says, is it still worth it to refinance your house? So I gave her 20 reasons to go ahead and refinance a house right now. Forget about lower interest rates, right? Forget about equity buildup.
Or saving money.
Forget about saving money. Forget about all these things, right? Forget about all those things. I mean, what do you mean are there reasons to refinance a house?
Did she ask you if it's a good reason to drink water daily?
Or breathe? You want to save money? I mean, that's all we're about, is saving money. Whether you're purchasing a house or refinancing your existing home, call 1-800-LOW-RATE. I've heard that commercial a million times in 22 years. It's only about saving money. That's what the entire transaction, refinancing, is about. Now, even if you're pulling cash out to do home improvements, right? If you take out a home improvement loan, you're still going to pay more money than if you refinance your house. Okay, so we can save you money doing it that way. There's at least 20 different reasons to go ahead and sell a house.
I'd like to see a lot more people trying to start combining those first and second mortgages. People are doing the 80-20s, because you got to remember that the 20%, it's a balloon. It's going to come due. It's not.
And it doesn't go away.
Yeah, it might be amortized over 30 years. It doesn't go away. It's there forever. And you got to remember too, if you purchase the house together with a first and a second mortgage, and you haven't refinanced that second mortgage, that's still a rate and term transaction.
Yeah, you can add those two together, Alex, up to 97.75% on an FHA loan,
right?
So or 95 on a conventional loan.
There's definitely options out there, and I just want people to be aware. I don't want to get the call from someone panicked that said, "Hey, my balloon came due," because I mean, there are people out there. These banks that lent the money, especially some small credit unions, they want their money back. If you borrowed, a second mortgage at whatever $15,000 at X% on a 7-year balloon, they want to get paid back. It's coming due. It's going to happen.
Worse than that is either you got stuck with a high interest rate on that second loan. Again, like you said, 80-20 loans. So basically, the families are going zero down.
Right, but and again, it's not a bad loan.
It got him into the house, 0 down. But again, that second mortgage is either an interest-only HELOC or a high interest rate. And again, as you mentioned, Alex, you can pick your term too, 8 to 30 years, anything you want. But so many of those interest-only home equity lines are going to come due, and they're going to start amortizing.
But you got to know, an interest-only loan, if we haven't learned from history, an interest-only loan isn't for everybody. An 80-20 isn't for everybody. I mean, come on. I don't want to get back on that deal.
248-539-9797. We got open lines here. I'd love to hear from you.
You see that's where it's going. I mean, you get Mortgage News Daily and all that. You see that there's always the next lender popping up doing the stated income and all that.
Wait, are you asking me where I think it's going?
No,
are you asking me, do I think it's right?
No, I know you don't think it's right, but
I know where it's going.
Yeah.
You know where it's going to go.
In
another 5 or 10 years, we'll be doing that same thing again.
We won't, but it'll be the same. It'll be the same crap out there. People just can't learn from their own mistakes.
Can't get out of their own way.
It's unbelievable to me sometimes.
All right. Also, there's reasons out there, Alex and Harry, of course, you were mentioning some different reasons to refinance a house. Harry, you came up with at least 20 off the top of your head, I'm sure. But these HARP loans are going to expire soon, and many families out there don't even understand exactly what that is. And a lot of you, right, that might have went to a credit union. You may not have a HARP loan. It's not endorsed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. But HARP loans allow you to refinance your mortgage, even if you're severely underwater, just a little underwater. And you can subordinate those second mortgages. Folks, there's lots of money to save out there. Just come on back and join us. 248-539-9797.
The ruling on the field stands. The cable customers signed up for WOW Signature Cable and received NFL Network. Cable package complete. Get inside access to all NFL events with NFL Network from WOW. Call 1-866-4WOW now. Wow, it's that kind of experience. NFL Network is only available with certain cable package subscriptions, and additional monthly fees may be required. Contact WOW for more details. Limited time offer available to new customers. Visit wowway.com for complete service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
There are so many phone apps these days, but here to tell us about one that can save us money on our energy bill is Knox from DTE Energy. Hey there, Knox.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Great. I can't wait to hear about this app.
Well, DTE Insight is a free app. It has a lot of great features. It links with your advanced meter and shows you your daily, weekly, and monthly usage.
You had me at free app. So what kind of features are in the app?
Well, there's a great little tool called Power Scan. You hold your iPhone over the power cord of an appliance, and the app will tell you how much power it takes to run that device. And it'll give you an estimate of how it impacts your energy bill.
Oh, that is cool. I can barely figure out how to take a picture on my phone. So is there anything else?
Also, we offer tips and projects to help customers save energy.
Oh, this seems a lot more useful than that crushing candy game I've been obsessed with.
I would agree.
Okay, I need to get this app right away. How do I get it?
Well, for all of our customers with an advanced meter, you can go to the App Store or Google Play.
So if you need more information, go to DTEenergy.com/DTE Insight. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valena here. If you have tickets to an upcoming Tigers game, stop by Gate A and show your D Las Vegas players card to the 97-1 The Ticket Chicks, and we'll give you a limited edition T-shirt. If you don't have a D Las Vegas players card, then you have another reason to stop by the D the next time you're in Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket is proud to welcome Capital Mortgage Funding as partner in the Student Heart Check Program. They'll donate a portion of every mortgage closed to the Student Heart Check Program. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender.
It's the Jeep Summer Clearance Event, so answer the call of the wild in a Jeep Cherokee. Not that your ride is going to be a rough one with the Cherokee's advanced 9-speed automatic transmission. If you do choose the path of most resistance, go confidently knowing it was named the 2013 IIHS Top Safety Pick. In fact, all you have to worry about is which station to listen to on available Sirius XM. So get lost and wander the woods while the summer's still here in a Jeep Cherokee. Come in and get a great deal at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. Well-qualified employee lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2014 Jeep Cherokee Sport front-wheel drive for $257 a month for 36 months with $257 due at signing. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for lease details. Requires dealer contribution lease to Chrysler Capital. 25-cent charge for each mile over 30,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/2. Jeep is a registered trademark of Chrysler Group, LLC.
This is it, the ABC Warehouse Anniversary Sale, the absolute biggest sale in our 51-year history. There's never been a better time to save on top brand appliances, electronics, HDTVs, mattresses, and more. Get deep discounts of up to 65% off store-wide and no interest for up to 5 years. Right now, get a Sealy Posturepedic Deluxe Queen mattress set for just $457. Other Sealy Queen sets from only $199. Get closest thing to wholesale bargains and some of our lowest prices ever. ABC Warehouse has been beating all deals since 1963. Get an LG 50-inch HD TV, now just $398. And an LED 32-inch HD TV is only $139. The deals on appliances are just as impressive. Get a Whirlpool Super Capacity washer or dryer closeout priced at just $387 each. And family-size refrigerators priced from $337 or less to beat the competition. Plus, get a free gift included with hundreds of items store-wide. Don't miss the ABC Warehouse 51st Anniversary Sale going on now. We beat all deals, and this sale beats all sales. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
Listen to The Ticket for free on Android smartphones from Sprint. The Next Radio app allows you to listen and interact with FM radio and provides helpful information during times of emergency. Visit nextradioapp.com to learn more.
At DeVry University, their professors know and care about you. They're with you from start to finish, so you graduate prepared for today's careers. Classes start September 2nd. Visit devry.edu.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Meyer. Lions open the curtain on a preseason tonight at Ford Field against the Cleveland Browns. 6:30 the broadcast right here at 97-1 The Ticket. Former MSU quarterback Brian Hoyer starting for Cleveland. Of course, Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel getting his first reps as a pro. Tigers 5, Jays 4. They do it with back-to-back homers in the ninth. Nick Castellanos a 2-run shot. Eugenio Suarez a solo shot. Anibal Sanchez left the game with a strained muscle on his right side. 107 today. Max Scherzer pitching for Detroit right here on The Ticket. Kansas City just 2.5 back. PGA Championship, Rory McIlroy the leader by 1 through 36 holes. Jim Furyk, Australian Jason Day in second. Phil Mickelson 3 shots back. Tiger Woods misses the cut for the 4th, count 'em, time as a PGA professional. From the 1-800 Call Sam Studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 9701theticket.com.
Building a world-class sports station in a world-class sports city.
97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, send us that email, mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We respond to everything else. What do you got on your
Facebook
mind?
page? What's our Facebook
I love the
page,
Come and like us at the Hardcore Mortgage Show. You just go to the Hardcore Mortgage Show and like us and follow us a little bit. Every now and then we'll put in some...
I heard they threw some pictures up on there lately.
We've had some pictures lately, but again, if you have some questions, we respond to everything also.
I'm
on
so
the email side.
Tiger missed the cut.
What do you got? Oh,
I don't care about the chick from the Waffle House or the Chicken Shack, whatever it was. It's none of my business. Just be nice to the fans. That's all you have to do, man. Like, I mean, he wasn't nice to someone. He's just got bad karma, man.
Hey, we got CJ out there in Novi. Good morning, CJ. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Thanks, guys. Hey, I have a couple things on the map. So I've got a house that's worth about $350,000. Got a balance of $100. Got a 401, or it's actually a 403, that's over 200. Should I take the half of that equity out of the 403 to pay off the house, or should I stay where I'm at, or can I use that for an investment property?
I wouldn't pull from the 403 to pay the house off. What's the rate on the mortgage right now?
4.5.
How many years are left on it?
Oh, probably 20.
Why don't we take it down to like a 15-year or a 10-year?
Yeah, we certainly do that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, if you're in that type of position where you have that kind of liquid asset available, I would definitely shorten the term on that, and you're going to see the same type of savings.
Okay. Now, can you use the 403 for investment property, or is it only for a first property?
You're going to have to double check the fine print, in that big package you got when you signed up for it. I don't think you can. I think you have to have a hardship, or it has to be a primary. I am not sure. I'm not a financial advisor. I would double check with your financial advisor, the 401k company, but I would definitely advise you to shorten the term on that mortgage and just end up paying it off. Do it 10-year. I mean, it's $100,000. It'll be nothing.
You're in good shape, CJ. Right. Hey, CJ, just curious, if you were to buy an investment, what were you talking about? What were you thinking about doing?
Yeah, I was looking for a second home as a retirement home. I'm 10 years away from retirement, so I'd buy the retirement home now and then sell this one in 10 years and go ahead and move into that and just pay it off.
Well, potentially you could purchase the new house as your primary residence, so you might want to keep that avenue open. You might change your mind a little bit there and say that this new one's going to be my primary residence.
CJ, you're in a really good spot, actually. If the house is worth $350 and you owe $100, what are you looking to spend on the next house?
Probably about $253.
Yeah, I mean, you're buying a big retirement house. I mean, let me call after the show, see what I can do for you. But I mean, we've got some options available for you.
All right.
Thank you, CJ. Thanks for the call, CJ. 248-539-9797. We take all your calls, whether you're buying a house or refinancing. I'd like to share some great information with you and see if we can help you. You guys got something? I'm sorry.
I got some. Tiger Woods, right?
No, we're not going there.
He missed the cut. He missed the cut 4 times in majors.
Yeah.
Jack missed 32 times.
Okay.
I am not going to go there. You know what? I got something that might not even be a good article to bring up. Because it's negative. I don't even know.
Negative stuff.
It wasn't really negative. It was the Mr. Chief. He stepped down the other day, the director here locally in the state. He stepped down from his post of $135,000 a year. Had a little situation where he's overspending some money.
Listen, Michigan State Housing Development Authority, great way to go ahead and finance loans. You have to be, they have income. Your requirements, maximum income.
You have to take a class.
You have to take a class, all those kind of things. Okay, Harvey, you know what happens when that chief steps down?
The program slows down, maybe?
There's a new chief that's appointed. So what's the difference? How does it, here again.
How is that negative?
How is that, why is that a bad thing?
Well, he stepped down because he was basically overexpending his money, his travel expense, lavish meals, reimbursements. Governor Steiner did not make any comments on it. Again, there's a lot of programs out there, folks. Some of them go smoother than the other ones. Find out how you can save money or purchase a house. In fact, there's a program out there in Wayne County that many folks don't even know about. If you're looking to come up with some money, you need some additional money to purchase a house, having a little trouble saving money, definitely give us a call. There's great programs across the whole state of Michigan. And again, different ways that you can get your hands on the money. They are based on your income that you make. And again, many folks don't even realize the opportunities out there, whether you're a veteran and you haven't even looked into your VA eligibility and purchasing a house 0 down, or the rural development loans for all our listeners on the outskirts. You got the Jackson County, Washtenaw, Northern Oakland, Macomb. Just about everywhere in every county has opportunities to purchase 0 down.
Answer number 16 on why you should refinance a house. If you're a veteran, you can do a VA streamline loan, lower your rate, no appraisal. No, very little income documents. But bottom line is that you're a veteran. There are some programs out there that are strictly for you, and they will benefit you and help you save money.
Funding fees that can definitely, just be rolled into the mortgage. It's a great program. As you mentioned, Harry, the VA loans have no mortgage insurance, up to 90% cash out. Great opportunities out there. There's a lot of money being left on the table. It always is interesting throughout the week, and we'll have some family call. Well, how have you not done this in the last 5 or 6 years? So many families out there can take advantage of some savings.
Some of the reasons why people don't want to refinance, they think it's a hassle. All the documents that you have to go through. Listen. If you have to if you have to get the documents together, we'll call your accountant, your bookkeeper, whomever, your tax preparer. We'll call your financial planner. We'll call the bank for you. We'll get all those things. All you do is give us authorization, and we'll take care of it for you.
Yeah, you email me. You copy, my assistant, your CPA, and your financial advisor. Hey, I'm refinancing with Alex at Capital. Please give him what he needs. Thanks.
Right.
Harvey.
Right, make it easy on yourself.
It's not that big of a deal.
We're talking about pay stubs, what you get every week or every other week. You're talking about bank statements that you can typically print online. Again, the ones we're looking for have URL numbers at the bottom, your name, account number. Make it make sense. Again, a lot of families out there will issue me documents still, and I'm like, well, your name's not even on this bank account. Because so many of us do bank online, the opportunities to click one button versus the other will show you different information. Get the right statement.
The mortgage industry is a whole right now, I think, is in kind of a transitional period because of the bank statements, and everything is so much online now that, I don't get paper statements. I'd have to go to the bank and get that. But there are certain things you have to have on there. I do want to throw out a real quick buyer beware. I had a client that closed a couple weeks ago, and they got something in the mail called the recorded deed notice, and it says on the top left corner, Capital Mortgage Funding, and our address, and it looks like it's from us, and it says document request fee, respond by 8/20/2014, send $83. Reasons why you need a copy of your deed. You can get a copy of your deed. It's a public record. This is a complete, absolute scam.
Oh, another scam out there.
Don't do it. We've had several of those. We get the calls, and the bottom line is it's a solicitation to get $88 from you. Do not do this. You'll get a copy of your deed. If you don't have a copy when you bought the house, we'll get you a copy. We'll call the title company for you, and you'll get a copy of the deed.
And it doesn't say you have to do this. It says reasons why you should. And the way that it's worded, they had some sketchy, backroom attorney go through this and say, can you send this out, and not go to prison.
And it looks like an official document.
It looks like it's from Capital Mortgage, and she's like, hey, who do I? She calls me. She goes, do I send this $83 to you? And I'm like,
unbelievable.
$83 for what? Your deed's public record. You can call the city. I'll get it. I'll get it for you. I'll call the title company and get it.
Hey, Alex, you talk about those kind of things are back in vogue. The refinance notices, the scam notices, everything that comes in the mail that looks like an official document. All those things are coming back.
Dude, I got one the other day about a refinance. The guy's name was James Shue. Really, dude? Your name's Jim Shue. Really? I mean, someone to call him I'm like, hi, I'm calling for James Shue, and then they buzz overhead. Oh, Jim Shue, call on line 4, and they pick it up, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm Jim's assistant. Can I help you?
So you automatically think that's a fake name. What if somebody calls in and asks for Harry Glanz?
Well, that's an iffy one too, Harry. But
I never comment about people's names.
Remember the lady?
Alex had a comment. He said, "Call my boss Harry Glanz." She didn't believe. She thought she was getting a fake name.
She was. What is this? Middle school?
248-539-9797. Let's try Brad out there in Westland. Good morning, Brad. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
What's up? Good morning, Brad. You have a normal name. Let's go.
Well, thank you. I guess. Question for you. I've been trying to get some equity out of my home for a little while to pay off some credit card debts and do some home improvements. I own the home free and clear. I've had it for about 3 years. My problem is we just opened a business about 9 months ago. And prior to that, I was self-employed here and there, so my income shows, badly the last 2 years. I'm just wondering if there's anything, now that I'm taking a salary now out of this business and have the equity in the home, if there's any way to get some back out of it.
Does your wife work?
She does.
She does work. Is she W-2'd or does she work for you?
No, she's W-2'd. That's fairly, not great income, mid-teen, something like that.
How much are you looking to borrow?
Maybe 30.
I mean, if she makes, she makes $15,000 a year. I mean, she'll qualify for $30,000. So we would just do it in your wife's name only.
I just haven't had any luck doing that.
Let me call after the show. I think there's some options there for you, man.
It's a great call, Brad.
Cool.
Thanks for the call. Again, when we come back, all your calls, 248-539-9797.
You've been hearing the ads, you've seen the billboards, and now is your time to hire the #1 real estate team in the state of Michigan. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. So far this year, we've sold more homes than any other agent. And what does hiring the #1 real estate team in the state mean for you? It means you'll get over 98% of your asking price and will get your home sold in an average of 23 days.
Hi, this is Larry Dragon. I'm a retired custom builder and developer. I used to build, buy, and sell homes. When it came time to sell my own home, I called Jeff Glover. Working with Jeff was an awesome experience. He pays attention to details, very professional, and got the job done and sold my home within 30 days.
Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Whether your home is in Novi, Shelby Township, Brighton, Birmingham, Clarkston, or Ann Arbor, Jeff Glover will get it sold. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover. A household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
Imagine a world where pocket protectors are considered cool.
Talk about your chick magnets.
Where women admire brains over brawn.
It's the most romantic thing anyone's ever said to me that I didn't understand.
Where the Big Bang Theory is on 5 nights a week.
Bazinga!
And that's pretty damn cool. The Big Bang Theory, 5 nights a week.
Watch weeknights at 7 and 10 on CW50.
Look, kid, when guys like us walk into a facility in the morning, we can smell a problem. No one needs to hand us a work order. We already know it. Today, for instance, we need a new gearbox, 6 globe valves, and a dozen ballasts. And when I smell a problem, Grainger smells that I smell a problem. They help me keep this place up and running. Now, that's the kind of smell I like. The sweet smell of success. Get it? Got it? Good. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wow. Geico's been saving people money for over 75 years?
75 years? Fancy that.
My dearest wife, Do you possess knowledge about Geico, making it feasible for society to spend less capital on automobile insurance for over 3/4 of a century?
Why are you talking like that?
Well, you said fancy that, so I was just fancying it.
Geico, saving people money on car insurance for over 75 years.
Jenna from Clarkston has a question for DTE Energy, and we have Kate here to help answer it. So, Kate, how can Jenna save energy and money?
Well, don't worry, Jenna. We have a lot of online tools to help our customers be more efficient and save money.
Oh, I love saving money. Can I borrow $1?
Sure. But how about I just tell you to go to our Energy Efficiency House? That'll help you find energy savings tips for inside and outside.
Excellent. Now, talk to me about lighting.
When you go to the store and you're overwhelmed by all of the choices in light bulbs?
I'm constantly overwhelmed.
The lighting guide is going to help you with that. It gives you information on what's changed in lighting and what to look for when buying bulbs.
There's tons of varieties, right?
Oh, yeah. You can even have them in your dining room chandelier.
Now, talk to me about this My Energy Analyzer.
It's an interactive tool that's going to help you evaluate where the savings are in your house based on how you use energy.
So the best thing to do is for people to go to dteenergy.com/saveenergy, right?
Yep. There you'll find over 100 energy savings tips, links to videos, and information about all of our rebates.
I hope that answered your question, Jenna. And thanks to Kate from DTE. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day. But here's a real eye-opener. UV damage can cause eye disease. And if you wait for symptoms before having them checked, you could lose your sight in the blink of an eye. Think about this. Your eye doctor has lens technology to help prevent that with glasses and sunglasses that block those harmful UV rays. So get your yearly eye exam and go to thinkaboutyouryes.com to find a Think About Your Eyes doctor near you. What have you got to lose? Brought to you by the American Optometric Association.
Tonight, the Detroit Lions open the 2014 preseason versus the Cleveland Browns at Ford Field. And 97.1 The Ticket is all over the D for the pregame parties and the tailgates. You'll find the 97.1 The Ticket Street Team and the Ticket Chicks at Ford Field. You can still get tickets to the Lions-Browns game at DetroitLions.com. And find out even more at 971theticket.com.
Listen to 97.1 The Ticket on your smartphone by downloading the radio.com app now at the iTunes and Google Play stores.
Welcome back to the show. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage
sometimes
banker.
the breaks are better than the show.
Yes.
I understand that. We've got a lot of high energy. Marianne listens from Georgia every week, and she loves the show. And I get texts. You guys brought your energy. Oh, we're just high energy guys.
Harvey's taking a beating between things today.
I was taking a break, but do you know three more high energy guys? You got to have
this is high energy.
Enthusiasm, passion.
Good.
Exciting. You got to love what you do. I hope it comes through.
A quick shout out to all my lake friends out there. Be careful on the waterways this weekend. Watch what you drink. That's right. That's Sylvan Lake, the Big Lake St. Clair, all of them. And
they have 5 different kinds of tomatoes in their garden?
There's like 250 kinds of tomatoes here, really in the real world. I investigated it. There's so many made up names of tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
That's okay. I have 4 different kinds of peppers. We'll get into all that later. But we've got calls to take. Take a look at this. We got Brian out there on a cell phone. Good morning, Brian. You're live on the ticket. Go ahead, sir.
I'm looking to purchase my first home here, and I'm just trying to find out what steps I need to take to first get my pre-approval and how to make the process a whole lot easier.
Brian, it's actually a great question, man. Usually what I do with my first-time home buyers is I like to work backwards, which basically means if you tell me what you want to pay for the house, where you want to be range-wise, I can tell you where you should be looking, price range. So where do you want to be payment-wise, if you had to ballpark?
The max payment that me and my wife have discussed that we can afford is a little over $1,000 a month.
So you're looking, anywhere between $130,000 to $150,000.
Yeah.
Depending on taxes and insurance. And Brian, the cool thing is some people stay home all weekend and they do their Netflix thing and that's, they eat at home every night and that's totally cool. And they they can afford or, they're comfortable with a higher payment. And some people, they don't. They want to eat out more. They want to go on vacation. They want to play golf. So you guys have to pick, a lifestyle choice for you. Other than that, we'd sit down, you bring me some tax returns, W-2s, a pay stub, and we go from there. It's a very, very simple, streamlined process. And, Brian, what we do for our clients at Capital is we do what's called a mortgage commitment. I don't do a pre-approval. They're not worth the paper they're printed on. You can call any schleprock mortgage company and get a pre-approval, and it means nothing. A mortgage commitment means that you've met with me, we've ran your credit, I verified your funds to close, I verified your income. It's as close to being a cash buyer as you can possibly be without having a suitcase full of money.
I like that, Alex. Hey, Bri. Are you going to be selling Brian, are you selling a house or are you renting currently?
No, he's going to be a first-time home buyer.
I own my house free and clear, and that's the big thing me and my wife are discussing, whether or not we're going to buy a fixer-upper, something much nicer, potentially, in the neighborhood we want that's a little run down, and maybe, selling this home.
I thought you were a first-time home buyer.
You said you were a first-time home buyer.
He's going free and clear.
Well, legally.
Legally?
I didn't get a mortgage on this home.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Look, you're going to be buying a new home. It's going to work out for you, and we're going to give you plenty of advice. Thank you for the call, and we'll follow up with you and see if we can get you started with that approval letter. Again, just
legally,
a little bit of documentation.
If you buy a house on a HUD settlement statement, whether there's a mortgage or not, you still purchased a home.
Right. He just didn't get a mortgage. That's what he meant to say.
A mortgage is a moot point.
You never know. 248-539-9797.
We'll take care of it.
We'll take care of it.
On the right track.
How about this guy out there, Joe out in Macomb? Hey, Joe, welcome to the show. Go ahead, sir.
Morning, guys. How you doing today?
Morning. What's happening?
Morning, Joe. How are you?
Hey, good. Thank you. I have a problem. I have a 6% variable that can increase 2% a year depending on prime.
Right.
And I'm trying to get out from underneath it, but I'm having no luck refinancing because my income is predicated on rental homes that I own, and of course, my
CPA is creative.
Right, income tax doesn't show a huge dollar amount that I make, and I'm struggling with trying to refinance or even just drop out of it, get rid of the existing mortgage that I have.
How did you get the HELOC initially?
I'm sorry,
Joe. How'd you get the HELOC initially? How'd you qualify for the mortgage initially when you got it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Years ago, when I got the mortgage, I was working in a 9-to-5 job.
Oh, God. Okay. And so now now you have a portfolio of rental properties.
Yeah, that is a challenge, and Joe, that's why you're running into that problem, because to establish what your the stability of your income, we have to go off 2 years of tax returns and take a look at the 2 years and how the rental properties are scheduled, see what kind of income's throwing off from the rental property. So, we're kind of stuck, and that is the challenging part in your situation.
Right. I have assets. I guess you could call it. I from years of working in corporate America, I've got a significant 401k that. So I have assets. And the rental properties, half of them are free and clear. So I just don't understand how I couldn't use those assets as collateral.
You could. You could pull from the 401k and pay it off, or a cash management account and pay off the HELOC for sure.
Look,
okay,
Joe, you know the choice you're making. You got your CPA writing off, you're depreciating your properties. You've got these choices to make, and you do have a chunk of money. So we're going to call you off the air. Let's definitely call you and sort of follow up with this.
Yeah, we have a suggestion, Joe, for you. We'll call you off the air, and we'll give you that suggestion. How's that sound?
Thank you very much.
You got it. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the call. Again, 248-539-9797. It's an interesting thing he brought up because a lot of families right now, you might want to sell your house. You need to meet with a mortgage banker, qualified people, and get that approval in hand, Alex. How many self-employed people are there now? Guys that were working back 4 or 5 years ago, now they've got their own business going. They may not qualify.
I've done the rental property thing. You better have money to do it, man.
Most people have multiple properties, are depreciating the property. You're not showing the income you make on them.
If it were that easy, everyone would be buying rental properties and making money hand over fist.
Let's go out to Travis out there in Ann Arbor. Hey, Travis, thanks for calling in the show. You're live on the ticket.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good morning,
Travis.
So I just wanted some advice. We bought our first starter home back in 2010 for $75,500, and we are thinking about selling now. Back in 2010, we invested about $20,000 into the property. And our neighbor actually just recently sold their home, and they went for about $125,000.
Perfect.
And it's we have a 2-bedroom, 1,600 square foot home. There's only 1,000 square foot with 1 bedroom, and so we feel that we could probably get at least as much as they did.
Right.
And we don't know what to do with the process. Do we have to make them appraise the home? Should we get pre-approved before we start looking for a new home? And we just wanted to get some advice.
Well, yeah, definitely, man. It's a stepping process. I think we should get in touch with the realtor first, see what the house is worth, make sure that you're on the same page with what you think it's worth and what you're able to sell it for. And I think definitely to sit down with Harvey or Harry or myself and get pre-approved for the new house, because you got to remember, man, you got to have someplace else to go if you sell your house. So
yeah,
Go ahead.
We've just never done it before either, so we're just very new to the process of, selling and then rebuying.
Yeah, and I'm going to caution you right now, it seems a little bit easier to sell a house than buy a house. So you might want to go ahead and drive the neighborhoods you want to be in, identify kind of in an area. But you have to get your ducks in a row. You have to get us your paperwork. We want to get you that pre-approval so when you go ahead and you make that offer, you have a bona fide mortgage approval when you make that offer.
Okay.
Thanks for the call, Travis. Definitely give you some additional confidence, and that's the key, is having the confidence to move forward. You can't always exactly time the buy and sell, but you can. I mean, even last week I had one within they sold a house in the morning and used the proceeds to purchase a house in the afternoon. We can set that up.
But they found the house already.
They found the house. Yeah. But you would be surprised how much money buyers leave on the table in a negotiation. All right? You would be surprised. I mean, if you're selling a house for $200 and in a seller's mind, they know that they're going to take, say, $190.
Right.
Okay. If you go in and offer $198 immediately, okay, you didn't really. What did you negotiate?
That's what your realtor's for.
You just, well, that's right. That's why you have to have a good team. That's exactly what I'm telling you. That's exactly what we tell people all the time. Have your good bookkeeper, lawyer, your CPA, your attorney, your mortgage guy, your realtor. Get your team assembled.
And you got to take your heart out of it.
You have to take your emotions out of it. Take your emotions out of it.
Gentlemen, another version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show. We're going to see everyone back here next Saturday. We want to thank everyone for calling in. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker.
We'll
take 2 hours. We got Pat Caputo on the on-deck circle. Tiger Baseball coming up this afternoon. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket.
Proceeding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services and MLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
It's the Ram Summer Clearance Event. And with Ram 1500's best highway fuel economy of any pickup, 28 MPG, and a 9,200-pound towing capacity, you can get anywhere and take along everything, from quad runners to a whole campsite. And if you're looking to face down a mountain with miles of rough trail between you and it, don't sweat it. After all,